Hello everyone, welcome back on Gayatri's English Hub. Today I have a really good teacher. He's a government teacher and an aspirant of a spoken English language. So we are going to talk really good things about spoken English or being a teacher or government teacher. We can also get some tips and tricks from Mr. Prem. And if you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because I have been trying my best to bring really good people on the channel to help you out with your spoken English communication. And I also have been experimenting with the content where I try to diversify my conversation. And that diversification definitely helps you understand how to talk of varieties or on varieties. Hello, Mr. Prem, how are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing great. Nothing to complain about. Like I can say, like I'm doing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious this year.
Gosh, it is a tongue twister. No, it's not a tongue twister. It means something amazing or beautiful.
Yes.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So amazing to hear that. So, Prem, we'll start with your introduction and then we'll get in the
Okay, ma'am.
conversation.
Okay. Like I am Privraj and I born and brought up in Odisha. Basically, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher at a primary school. And if I talk about my academics, then I am just pursuing my master, and it's all about me. I think. If I
That's
talk about my hobbies, also I am very capricious about my hobbies. I do a lot of things, and it depends upon my mood. What will I do? That's why I'm a bibliophile. I like to read the books. I can devote the books in the couple of days. I like to do that most of the time. And I sing songs. Sometimes I write poems and stories. And now I have started my journey in English. That's why I'm trying to write something in English as well.
oh,
Yeah.
that's really great. Nice to hear that. So you are
Yes, ma'am.
a teacher, a government teacher, then you are a bibliophile, you are a writer or a poet who also writes at time. That's really good to know. And you have also started your journey of spoken English, right? So when did you start your journey of spoken English?
It's been only 2 months now I have started because like I have acquired a lot of things because I am indulging myself hour and hour to inculcate this language. And I'm just so fascinated about you and lots of YouTubers like you who are really doing such kind of ineffable job to teach the people how to articulate their thoughts in the assertive manner in English. So grateful, man. So great.
So generous of you and kind of you considering our work. I believe that this is the right way to put out something, on internet, on social media. We can definitely take the advantage of the technological advancement, which definitely helps connecting people like across the country and at times around the globe. I have connected to people from different parts of the world, and like that makes me so happy, that makes me feel so happy at times. Great to know that. So Prem,
Yeah.
you have just started your journey 2 months before. I mean, that is quite surprising how you speak this way in just 2 months. So what are the ways and practices you follow, if you can tell?
Yes, ma'am. Just I told you, like it's not a low hanging fruit to have. You have to immerse yourself gradually to peeling your own onion. It's not quite easy. It's not an easier task. And I told you, like I come from a Odia background, like family or society, and I have done my all academics in Odia. That's why it's quite impossible. It was used seems to be impossible, but I started. I am on the game. I'm doing great right now. And just I told you, to acquire this language, you have to do one thing, you have to do the amalgamation of four skills, like reading, writing, listening, and speaking. You have to do work upon the whole thing, then you can acquire something. I read something, then I try to I pick out the new word that I have got today, and I go to the chat GPT and I just search what is meaning, how can I use, and then I thought, and whenever I'm hitting conversation with someone and try to use those kind of sentences or that vocabs, and that's how I'm learning. And a lot of friends also helping me because I have got connect with many people on CB. I'm doing practice there, my speaking to improve my speaking skill. And one of my two friends also helped me a lot. Like whenever I'm like getting something new, I discuss with them. We share our vocab, the daily vocab, and we try to know the new things. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah. And whenever I get time, like my spare time or leisure time, I try to use in a productive manner by consuming a lots of content in English, and it's helped me to grow the listening skill, and it's helping me a lot now. Yeah, I'm
That's
doing
really
those kind
great.
of things.
That's really great. I think some learners, they understand that gist of the language, and they understand that it's really important to immerse yourself in the language. At times people get very they want very short term and very instant results, but people like you who understand that it's really important to fuel, and then you can get output. It's really important to give input, so you are doing all the ways, all the practices you are following, which are going to give you good results. Obviously they are not going to show you results in a day or two, but after few months you'll get accustomed and quite comfortable with the language. This is so good. So who the people on internet, when we learn something, we definitely jump on internet to get more about that language. How do you make sure that you are learning or you are consuming something which is upgraded content? Okay, let me clarify it first. What is upgraded content? For example, there are some YouTubers, I'll not take their names, but then they teach you idioms like cats and dog. Now, nobody uses such idioms like in America, British. I have talked to multiple Americans and Britishers. I have never really seen them using a kind of sentence like it's raining cats and dogs or something like that. So they teach you vocabulary which is not aligned with the present time. So how do you make sure that you learn updated and practical content? And who do you follow on internet?
Okay. Okay. Are you are saying about the unprecedented vocab that I have learned? I like I try to use those kind of vocab that is now I can use in my day to day life conversation. And I followed you and Rajni ma'am basically, and I'm watching a lot of content. And whenever I'm watching you and a new content, I just put my pen down. I jot down some new vocab or new language, a new sentence that I don't know, and I try to acquire that.
That's really great. Was what inspired you to learn this language? Coming from different parts of India, like you come from Oriya, I come from Hindi, like UP, I come from many of my friends who come from different backgrounds, right? And when they start learning the language, they face a lot of criticism, and there is always a point which hits us or which makes us, run towards the language. So, what makes you feel like I must learn the language? Or why did you start it?
Okay. Oh, I started. I wanna say like last year I completed my graduation, and it was I took the Hindi medium because I was not quite confident that I can do in English. But this year, what happened? I told you that I like to write poems, and I read something. It was in English. Then I got fascinated. How can I write those kind of things in English as well? But I thought that I can't. It's not my cup of tea. And then I tried to acquire something. And then I started my journey by watching a lot of content. How can I learn? And at the time, I thought that I can't do. But luckily, I got some appreciate YouTuber like you. And then I got I can also do because they are doing. I can also. and then I started my journey how to learn. And
Mm-hmm.
I am game right now. I'm so fascinated about English right now. And whenever I'm speaking, I try to speak in English.
Mm-hmm. That's really great. But see, now you have answered how you practice, but why you learn? That is you. So you said that you switched from Hindi to English, where you are the writer, you are a poet who writes something, and when you were just studying or you were just reading, the books were in English, and that's what made you start working on the language. That's really great. As a learner of the language, Prem, what are the different challenges you face every single day in the language?
I'm lagging behind of a lot of vocab. That's why I'm running after the vocab right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gathering all the vocab and try to learn that. Because it's happened with me. I have learned something I forgot to use. And after a couple of days, when I revised that vocab, I thought, okay, at the time I can use this also, but I couldn't. Then I try to I want to keep the vocab on my fingertips that I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to make effort that while thinking that I can speak. I'm doing that kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. That's really great. You know, you can learn vocabulary. This is so
But
true.
I yeah, ma'am, I have a question. Like right now I'm finding myself in a plateau situation. And how can I overcome?
No, there is, I think, I don't know why people feel like they are in plateau situation. See, language is a very evolving process, right? And people, they are the one who generally find themselves in plateau situation because they are not clear about their goals. What do they really want to
Okay,
achieve in the language? Right? Is there any speaker who you
but
look
I,
up to? Mhm.
yeah, Sasi Tharoon, I like to watch him lots of time. But whenever I'm watching him, I have to go to the dictionary all the time because I can't make understand myself what he's speaking. But I want to speak like him.
No, when you say I want to speak like him, you have to understand his journey. You know, when he was really young, he was a patient of asthma, if you know about that. If you have done a research on him, he was not allowed to go out generally. So he used to read a lot of books, and he has read like more than thousand and like maybe 10,000 books. So when you look up to someone and when you say that I want to be like him, can you just catch up on the knowledge he has in all the areas possible? The knowledge he has consumed. He is Dr. Shashi Tharoor. So the knowledge he has brought to the industry, having his degrees from out of India, making it there, giving a lot of marvelous speeches, researching so amazingly, right? When you listen to him, he is the one who talks with a lot of data, information, a lot of things are there. So I always believe when you look up to someone that I want to be like him, go behind his journey. You'll get to know that what the person has done. So, and at times, I think Shashi
Yeah.
Tharoor is a good speaker, but his vocabulary and at times even his words make Britishers confused. What does he want to say? So make sure you do not get in a situation where your audience disconnect from you. But I know he is such a good speaker. But I would really recommend you to um, go and learn how does he research. You can watch his parliament speeches. You can watch his TED Talks speech, which I have came across. Like there are more than 3, 4 TED Talks. He has been 4 times on TED Talks. So I remember watching one of the TED Talks of him where he's talking about how India is the youngest country in the world right now. But after 30, 40 years, India will be the oldest country in the world because 50% of Indian population is young and youth population under 18 to 35, and they
Hmm.
are not making
Yes,
use of their young time. This is what. So I'll say that whenever you get inspired from any speaker or internet, make sure you also learn how the person works. What's the lifestyle of a person? How does the person accumulate a lot of knowledge, information, right? I think information knowledge brings that evolve. motivation in you, then you keep getting upgraded and you never feel like you are in plateau situation or you are stagnant. You always feel curious. Oh, there is more to learn. There is more to learn. So, like, even if you
Yeah,
clear with your goal that I want to be like him, you must keep practicing like him.
yeah, I'm doing that because I have given myself to get the intermediate level for 6 months. And when I
Mhm.
will be on the intermediate level, I will run a YouTube channel and like you, and I will teach the people how to speak in English.
Yeah,
It's my
definitely.
short-term goal.
No doubt you can do that. However, I also want to tell you one thing that see, speaking and holding conversations is a different way or different ball game. But expressing your opinions on any topic in the world is a different segment of communication, right? Having basic conversations and
Yes,
conversations like what do you do and something like that is fine. It's fine. But putting up your opinion on different topics, I would really recommend you to speak on varieties, diversify your learning. So do not run behind only vocabulary and things, run behind knowledge. Accumulate knowledge. That knowledge will bring a lot
okay,
of fluency in you.
okay, ma'am. I
Right?
will keep in my mind that what, yeah,
That will really help you. So I mean, you said one
yeah,
thing that you also want to teach people how to speak in English and something. Why? Do you want to increase
because I'm a
competition in the
teacher, ma'am.
industry? No, I'm just kidding
No, ma'am,
around.
it's not like
I'm just kidding around. Yeah. Go ahead. So why do you want to
because
teach
I'm a
people?
teacher and I like to teach because I'm a teacher.
Uh-huh.
Before that, I don't like to teach because it was my compulsion to join the teachers. But now
Mhm.
I'm enjoying it. I love my students. I'm
Mhm.
doing great in my teaching field, and now I'm
Mhm.
very accustomed to it.
Mhm.
That's why
Great.
I want to teach the people also, especially from Odisha, because they are lacking behind of English. Like
Mhm.
those are who has done all the economics in Odia, they can't speak English and they think that it's a out of the box thing for himself. And I want to show them you can also do.
That's
Yeah.
really great. You can definitely show and help them out. Your vernacular medium people from Oriya itself, they can learn the language. Great to know that. Do you think that have you ever planned of taking any coaching, any mentorship from anyone or from any people? Do you feel like that taking spoken English courses or taking coaching from somewhere helps you out? Because you are a self learner right now. Up till now, you have learned whatever you are speaking by yourself only, right? Have you taken any help from any mentor?
Yeah, I have taken that.
Okay.
Like I have joined your free session lots of time. And I'm learning from you. I'm learning from Rajni ma'am also.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they are speaking because it makes you continuous whenever you
Mm-hmm.
have you have thought that you have to speak in front of someone, you have to prepare for that topic, then you can
Mm-hmm.
speak and it
Mm-hmm.
will give you motivation that
Mm-hmm.
whenever you are doing alone gradually you will feel that yeah I can't do and you become clumsy and it will drain you that I'm not doing well. But if you are taking class somewhere, then you have to be prepared, you have to gather more knowledge and you have to continue in that process and it will help you a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's really great. So you no see joining free sessions of mine, it's fine. Even today we have a free session in evening, right? So it's like and I have also planned to take free session only for a day. So I used to take for Saturday, Sunday, but now I have planned it to for a day only, like Saturday only. So but that is fine. But like a lot of times when you get in the market to learn any language, you can see a lot of advertisement on Instagram, on YouTube, having different courses, something. How do you feel about those courses or anything? Have you ever thought of that? Oh, I will take that course or this course. And do you think do they really help? Mhm. Especially the recorded courses.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about live classes. I'm talking about the recorded courses.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, ma'am. The recorded part, I don't think that it will help you because whenever doing conversation like one-to-one conversation, and it will rectify you. If I speak something wrong, then like instantly, the teacher will rectify. You should say this thing. But when it's come to recorded one, you can find your fault, and how can you mitigate those faults? Then you will be like up to the mark, or you will grow by leaps and bounds. You have to need help, and that's why I think that.
Yeah, that's really great. You are a teacher, Prem. I think, not I think, I like when I came on internet, then I got to know that there are amazing teachers out there in the world. Even in my school, there were some male teachers. Many more male teachers were there. But for boys, how do you see teaching as a profession? I mean, for me, it makes me feel so happy when I see men and boys in the teaching field. I feel so happy seeing them that they are also, because men are considered as a bit of, aggressive in nature and impulsive in nature, whereas girls and female are taken as very soft and gentle, and that's why they are hired a lot in teaching industry. So, what do you think about this concept?
No, I don't think so because girls like nowadays everyone says that girls are boys and same. There's nothing different. Then how can you different that the male teacher cannot teach and female teacher can? It's not possible. But if I talk about myself, I love children uh, because they are so cute. They are the person who call it scared and scared. They don't lie anything. I can share some incident also that is amazing whenever I was teaching them. Okay, I'm telling someone okay, in standard one there is a boy Tushar, and he said some abusive word to his friend, and the complaint came to me. I entered the class and I said, okay, Tushar, come here, and he came. Then I said, okay, do you know some language? Uh, well, it will help me when I'm quarreling someone. Can you teach me? He didn't say anything. Just tried to look my eyes. I said, okay, tell me, teach me. And then I put a pen and paper and tried to write down something. And I tell, okay, teach me 2 or 3 words, then I can speak. Then he said, it's not a good thing. And he cried a lot. Then I said, okay, it's not a good thing, then how can you say to your friend? Then he said, I will not say again. That makes me very conspicuous. How they are so adorable. They are nothing. They know everything. Yeah,
That's really
they
great.
are so cute and so
Uh,
generous. Yeah,
Simon, kids are
yeah.
cute,
It
right?
helps. Yeah, it's happened with me also. So they know me, ma'am. They know me. Like whenever I'm getting stuck somewhere, I'm emotionally imbalanced. I entered the class and I told softly that okay, come, give your notebook. I have to teach something. They will think okay. They will teach me. Like they will ask me how are you, sir? You are not good. Then I said, no, I'm perfect, fine. They will not believe. And after that, they will try to show some indelicate behavior. And it will, I will get angry and I told them, okay, come and solve this problem. They will say, now you are right. You are good now. But before that, you were not. They know me. They know my condition. And I love them. That's why. Because I
That's
also know them very,
hmm,
yeah, in assertive manner.
that's really great. Some network fluctuation is there, but no worries. So I have one last question over here, Prem, that you have recently started your spoken English journey, and there are people who are looking forward to start their spoken English journey, and they do not know the first step. They do not know. They somehow know that the language is really important, and they really need to improve the language or maybe work on the language from scratch, but some people have not been able to make up their brain so far. What would you say to those people, and what could be the first step a beginner can take for the language?
Yeah. The like if you beat around the bush or doing nothing, then you can't get anything. If you run like a headless chicken, you can't get anything. I have to say that come to YouTube and watch a lots of YouTube content of ma'am, because she is here to teach how to speak in English. Because listening is the first skill. Because whenever like we were child, the first thing we did that we listen, and we will consume a lot of content. After that, we start speaking. That's why I want to tell the all people who are watching me, like come to like ma'am channel and watch, like listen something day to day, and you can speak also, and you will get the motivation how to speak.
That's so kind of
And
you,
after
and
that, you
thank.
can jump to another skill. Yeah.
Mhm. Something is
Also,
wrong.
ma'am, I'm doing that. I'm watching you. Yeah, I'm watching you daily basis. Whenever I get time, I come to YouTube and I watch your video, and it
Oh,
helps
that's
me a
really
lot.
great. That's really great,
Yeah.
and thank you so much for watching the videos. I really feel that whatever I want to do for the learners who want to learn spoken English or who want to improve their communication, their personality, and things are there, I could be just a little help in their journey. Because an instructor can be an instructor only. He cannot be a doer or a person who can take action for you. At the end of the day, you have to take action. So that's very great. And thank you so much, Prem, for being here. I look forward to see you again some other time. Right? So
Yes,
any
ma'am.
other message you have for my
Thank you, ma'am.
audience?
Yeah, I have. Like, ma'am is so generous and she's impeccable in in teaching also. Like watch my ma'am's video and like join the free session. You can get lots of things and lots of content. Yeah, it will
Yeah,
help you to grow in English. Yeah.
that's really great. Thank you so much. Yes, everyone, you can definitely join my free sessions. I take sessions, free sessions every weekend on Saturdays. Like I used to take on Saturday, Sunday, but now it's like only Saturdays. Because I want to detox myself for at least one day from this thing. And I'm really happy to have you. And yeah, if you liked the conversation, you may consider subscribing my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Prem, for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
I'm very grateful.